Hey, what's up, guys, gals? You are not live. You're recorded right here on, this awesome podcast we have going in, the background. Then we're recording right for, the YouTube channel. Hey, what's up? Good morning. It is the morning chit chat right here on C10 America, right here on Facebook. We're not on Facebook. Scratch that. We'll be on Facebook, 9 o'clock in, the morning. Hey, guys, when you do video as much as, I do every, single day, yeah, you kind of forget things or flub up, things. But anyways, today's YouTube video is not really about any interview that we're doing. We're just kind of chit-chatting with you guys, kind of getting to know each and everybody, out there. We love, all you guys out there, and pretty much, all you guys and gals out there doing these bitchin', C10 trucks, and guys, we see them all over, the internet, all over, the YouTube and, all that, and we try and comment on, many of them that, we can. And, if we haven't got there and we haven't commented on your, video yet, don't worry, we will. Hey, guys, it is Wednesday, August 13th, 6:09 a.m. We're going to about 6:30 and then, or 6:35. So if you guys out there are listening to us, wherever you might be, this morning, hey, that's awesome. We have listeners from, Japan, from Sweden, from Saudi Arabia, all over, the globe. That's freaking awesome. That's amazing, guys. That, all you guys out there take the time to listen to, our little podcast right here. And that is, awesome. When me and Dad moved here, we moved here in late 2015. And guys, we lived out in Temecula, California. Yes, Temecula, California. Lived out there for a bit, and I remember Mom and Dad got on a plane and they flew, out here to get a, a place because we had a 30-day escrow out there in California, and somebody came and just gave us what, we were asking for. And so they wanted at first they wanted like a 20-day escrow. And I told Dad, to tell the realtor, no, do a 30-day. You need a 30-day, We didn't have nowhere to live, so Mom and Dad at the time, they flew over to, Texas. They looked around, and the house Dad's in now, he found that on the last day he was about ready to wrap up his trip and go back home, and he found this house, and it was everything he wanted, and that's where Dad lives right now. So anyways, that is awesome. We moved here in late 2015. I did not know anybody. Dad did not know anybody. And then, I just started going to, car shows, and truck shows, and eventually met some folks. But the first person I met was a little Asian Sue from Gas Monkey Garage. I had went over to Dallas. It's not there no more. It's under a different name now. But at the time, I went over to Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, and they're having a Gas Monkey kind of reveal party for the next episode, right? So I go over there. I'm sitting down, and little Asian Sue, she don't know me from Adam, guys. She walks up to me, and she sees my camera sitting on the table there. Mind you, guys, I'm trying to drink my soda, eat my burger, before the show, comes on. And so I'm sitting there. She comes up. She's like, "Hey, you're a photographer, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And she's like, "Well, do me a favor. I have some, fans coming in, a little later on. Would you be, my photographer for, the evening?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And like I said, me and Dad moved here. We did not know a soul. We did not know anybody. So then, some people came in. Then Sue came back over to me, and she's like, "All right, well, some people, some fans are here. Would you, excuse me, take some photos of them, with me, and all that stuff?" They came all this way to see Gas Monkey, and see Texas, and visit, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So by me doing that, that kind of sealed our friendship. And I still have, I have Asian Sue right here on the phone, and I have it listed under listed under a Dragon Lady. So whenever it rings, it says Dragon Lady calling, and that is pretty pretty awesome, I think. Anyways, on today's episode of just C10 America Chit Chat, where we're just talking about ideas for the group, and give you a little updates, and give you a couple t-shirt ideas, and shows that you guys and gals out there are fans, people that support the brand, the group, and all that, can find us. And let's get right into it, shall we? One of the shows I want to talk about is, real quick, the Rat Pack right down there in Gale. It's like half an hour maybe east of Snyder, right down there in Texas. And that's put on by my buddy Dale, my buddy David, who I met Dale and David at the Snyder Car Show, and which I would go down there like every year for the Snyder Show, that, and maybe next year. I know the Rat Pack Car Show is the weekend before Snyder, so maybe I'll have to go down there twice. Once for the Rat Pack, and then go back down there the following weekend for Snyder, something like that, I'm thinking. But anyways, that is a great show. You guys out there, on the podcast, and watching here on YouTube, that is one show you guys do not want to miss. It is awesome. And to be honest, truthful, and, transparent, you know, Miss Terry and myself have never been to, a Rat Pack, car show down there. And it was freaking awesome and, amazing, down there. And guys, by the way, little tip of the day: if you're going to the Rat Pack car show, do not try and stay in Gale because there's no hotel rooms and there's nowhere to really eat. There are no restaurants. There's no hotels, no restaurants, and no gas station. So you can't fill your tank in you. You can't fill your tank in your car, in your truck, and there's nowhere to stay. There. They do have a post office right there in town, and they do have the Coyote store, which is, it plays venue to, the Rat Pack car show, which is freaking awesome. They have a big stage, out in the back there where they put on concerts, and like, I'll get a list of, people that have played at the Rat Pack, and maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll throw it on, the YouTube tomorrow, and let you guys know. But that is, it's freaking awesome. The stage, it's almost like, well, it is a professional, type of stage. Is pretty good size, and it's covered, so you can play bands out there in pardon me, the hot sun, and have it being covered. And oh, do I gotta tell you, this year 2025 we went early on, and oh my goodness, it was like so freaking hot out there. And all the friends and everybody I ran into and met out there, like Todd Leatherwood and his awesome wife out there, just meeting them and talking to them, and then getting to shoot Todd's awesome truck. And he told me a story about the truck and how it looked before and how it looks right now. And it's a badass truck. I'm sorry to say it, but it's a badass truck. I love it, man. And that's what I love about our group over in Facebook, and our channel and stuff. We talk to so many awesome folks, so many talented people out there that I don't know where you guys get it from, but to tell the truth, I mean, you guys got some real talent out there, and it goes up towards like maybe a Kindig build, or a I would say a Chip Foose build, a Dave Kindig build, Joe Martin build. Boom is right. That's my top three right there. Chip Foose, Dave Kindig, and Joe Martin. We'll see tomorrow. If you guys remember my three tier top builders out there, contact me, and we'll take, and the first five people to contact me and tell me tomorrow on tomorrow's show my first three top tier builders out there, professional builders, not hometown builders. Skip me the nose. My professional my professional builders out there, three of them: Dave Kindig, Chip Foose, probably Chip Foose, Dave Kindig, and Joe Martin. And they all do, excuse me, pretty much, they all do kind of something similar. Well, okay, they do two things, the same, I think. And one thing is they all sketch out their ideas. Chip Foose does it, Dave Kindig does it, and Joe Martin does it. They sketch out what they want, that car, that truck, whatever they're working on. And by the way, why I picked Chip Foose, Dave Kindig, and Joe Martin, I'll tell you, because Joe Martin did a badass C10 truck, right? Okay, and I don't remember what episode it was, but he did it on his show. Badass C10 truck. Okay, then we go to Chip Foose, and Chip Foose over the years had that awesome show that was, I think, on Discovery, and then it went into rotation on another channel, but it ran forever, and I think you can still find it somewhere on the interweb, and all that. But by the way, my buddy Scratch, right down by Speed Tech, he's right behind Speed Tech, matter of fact, and he does some awesome bitchin' builds, no pun intended, bitchin' rides. Dave Kindig, he does some bitchin' awesome rides, at his shop. He's working on, like, I think Shoebox out there. Then probably a month ago, he contacted us, and he's like, "Hey, Rich, I got me a C10 truck, and we tried to reach back out to him, but our schedules did not, link up. He was doing that, and we're doing this, playing. I know we always seem like we're playing catch up right here in the group, whether we have to do this or do that. But anyways, I bring a Scratch up because for a long time, early on in his career, in his young career, he was over there on that TV show with a young Chip Foose called Overhauling, and it was on there for many seasons. You can probably pull it up on YouTube, right here. Wait till this video is over, and then go check that out. You guys can. Anyways, no, just joking. If you want to go over there and check that out. But they do some awesome bitchin' builds, all of them on it, every show, on Iron Resurrection, on bitchin' rides, and on Overhauling. Then one more I gotta add. I need to add Richard Rollins from Gas Monkey Garage. You guys out there, when you first started, you kind of started building anything and everything you had, everything you could get your hands on. But now they do some serious wicked builds over at Gas Monkey. And, if you haven't seen any of these shows that, I'm talking about, you're on YouTube right now. go check out Iron Resurrection. Go check out Dave Kindig over at Bitch and Rides. Google or type in YouTube. Look for Overhauling. Type in Fast and Loud. And when Aaron Kaufman used to, be on the show, they would almost always pump out some good builds. Aaron is, a great builder, a great fabricator, and I think he was for a long time he was an asset on Gas Monkey, over there, and it almost seemed like every show that they did, they were pumping out. Remember that Ford Falcon they did? That was truly awesome. Then he took it up to Pikes Peak, and that was so cool. And then, what I'm talking about here is, okay, there's 4 of them. 4. If you get all 4 right on tomorrow's show, I will give the first 5 people a sticker pack. And check this out. This is what's in that sticker pack. You get, a C10 America decal. This one started everything right here. We'll take and we'll even throw in our old Hot Rod Magazine decal, Busted Knuckle. We'll throw this in because these are not going to be made ever again. Once they're gone, they're gone. We're not going to make them no more. This one here is, the C10 America Stars decal. So, anyways, that'll be in the mix. We're getting low on the C10 America Square Body decal. So we're gonna hold on to those until we get more. But we're taking and putting 2 of these in, the bag. So you get 1, 2. So that right there is your 4. So that's your 4 bag right here, guys. But we love you guys so much. We're gonna throw another sticker in, that pack right there. So it was a 4-pack. Right now it becomes a 5-pack. So this one here is, we name all our stickers, so they have some awesome, unique names. This one here we call the Wings Across Texas. And it's almost like on the verge of a military type decal with, the wings. And if you're out there on, C10 America Talks and you're listening, I'm holding up a decal. Matter of fact, I was holding up all the decals, showing everybody here on YouTube. If you want to see, go to youtube.com, and look for C10 America, and it'll be C10 America Chit Chat, C10 America Mornings, C10 America Mornings, Chit Chat for, August 13th. So you guys can go over there and, check, that out. So, anyways, the Wings Across America decal has, the wings, round circle in the middle of it, outline. This C10 America on the inside. And it says since 1972. I know a lot of people are asking and wondering, hey, has C10 America been around since 1972? I don't remember seeing it. I'm older than, you are knee-high to a grasshopper, And so, anyways, guys, take and if you can tell me, my four favorite professional guys out there that I've seen, these awesome C10 builds from. I'm not talking about, the hometown guys, which you gotta love. You gotta love, the guys doing these awesome builds in their one car, two car garage, painting the truck in the backyard, all that. Is I give you guys kudos every day. That'll probably be me too after I get a house and get moved out, and all that. But there's Joe Martin, there's Chip Foose, there is Dave Kindig, and there is Richard Rollins. They all do bids and builds. Four of them draw their idea out before they implement it. But they're awesome. Their places are freaking just awesome and talented guys. So I have a little bug on my leg. I should wear longer socks. Anyways, guys, we are at 6:34. We're gonna go until maybe 6:40. But anyways, the Rat Pack Car Show, that's May 16th, 2026, right down there in Gale. Then we'll be at that orange shirt. See that orange shirt right back there on that chair? I couldn't think I had a brain freeze, guys. That orange shirt back there is a Twister Fest, truck show put on by Curtis Hart, J.C. Reed, and Chris Walsh. The best C10 guys that I know of, out there. And they have an awesome venue up there. They have Curtis Hart's Muscle Car Ranch up there. And they're doing this all during Twister Fest. And you're wondering, hey, what is Twister Fest? Well, he has over 80 acres up there. And every year he has, bands from all over, come in. And then he charges to go out to Twister Fest. And you can pull up a chair on the grass, a nice evening, and stuff like that. And we'll be there at the second annual classic truck show at Twister Fest. It's up in Chickasha, Oklahoma. We'll be up there on October 3rd and 4th. So mark your calendars. You guys want to make sure you get up there because Curtis and the guys are doing something different for us. This year they're giving us a spot for 50 trucks. Check that out, 50 trucks. And they told us if we fix up, the area, and we fill up the area, 50 trucks, they'll give us, another 50. So you're talking 100 trucks up there at the Muscle Car Ranch. Come on, guys. We need to go. I know I have some brothers up there in Oklahoma, We want to build this and make this the biggest truck show ever. Ever. Not here in Texas, not in Arizona, not in Tennessee, we want to make it the biggest truck show ever. So, if you guys can help out with that, that would be, awesome. Try and get all the content before tomorrow's show, and then I could put right here, or I could talk about it right here on, the podcast or on the YouTube, that would be, so awesome. And then another couple of shows we're going to will be at, the Classic Truck Nationals coming up this year, this month. Matter of fact, on August 30th, we'll be out there in Gainesville, Texas. So we won't have a booth, guys. We'll be there on foot. We'll be walking around, getting content for, the podcast, the YouTube, and, the Facebook Live. So if you see us out there, you know what? Don't even hesitate. Walk up and, introduce yourself. If you're, you watch us on YouTube, you watch us over in the live, you're a member over in, the group and all that. Come up, say hi. We want to get to know you. We want to see your awesome truck, out there. And, who knows? It might be your granddad's, truck, or, maybe, your crazy Uncle Larry. We all have one of them, a crazy Uncle Larry, that maybe he doesn't really fit right with the family at Christmas. You got to put him over at the kids' table. But at the end of the day, he is, your uncle. So, but everybody got one. I think just a different, name and all that stuff. We're at 6:39. We're gonna take and get out of here at 6:50, guys. But this has been just a half hour long. We're doing a half hour long each and every morning, so we can get on with our day. Remember, tune in at 9 o'clock over in the group over on Facebook. 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're doing an hour long live over there where we talk more about this kind of stuff and other stuff that we don't talk about here. We talk about over in the group. So anyways, check out the new t-shirts to come. We have a new thing with t-shirts and all that over there. New project going on. So be sure you guys go to Facebook, find C10 America, and become a member. Every member over there will take and get the rewards of members. So if you're not a member, you don't get member pricing. If you are, you do. We love you. Keep it classic. Stay cool and stay blessed. We love you, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.